Hi, Maura. How you doing? Okay, so I see what you've got your typographic composition here, developing your own proficiency with typography. And then you've got your title, typography. So my recommendation is that this should be a poster. So, right, so it should be in the template. Right now we can see this gradient background. So that's indicating that this was not created in one of the templates. So that's really important. The next thing is that this should include form. So it should include some sort of scene, whether it be abstract or whether it be pictorial. But it should have some sort of scene depicting in a relationship with your major area of study. So this is basically a poster for an event that has something to do with your major area of study, right? So what you would do is you would create a background and use shapes or abstract form to create the background, and then you would assemble your type on that. Okay, so I see you've elected to use a pattern with a gradient color overlay, and that's an interesting choice. As far as the typography goes, I think right now we have the typography title is centered, but we have this developing your own proficiency with typography pushed all the way over to the left margin. So there's no real relationship planned. It appears that there's no planned relationship between the title and the body copy. So for that reason, I would recommend it's centering this. So at least that way you have both of them are centered, and that will indicate some compositional consistency, as opposed to something looking like it's out of alignment and appearing as though it could possibly be a mistake. So as I recommended, I would add some visual form to add interest to the piece itself instead of just this textured background. But definitely, I would consider removing that type to center alignment, something like that. Okay, and then you could even just put a couple letter forms in here to indicate typography. Just a couple of random letter forms, maybe configured, maybe one sideways, maybe a couple breaking the picture plane, maybe one on a diagonal. Just something to back up the information in the poster. Okay, those would be my recommendations moving forward. Now you've got here you want to indicate what color scheme this is, okay? So you're using a color here, and the color indicates a color scheme. So you want to label that so that we know you're proficient in identifying and establishing color schemes, as we have learned in our milestone for learning activities. Okay, if you have any questions more at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. Thank you very much.